It's a bloody good effort.
Well, he's shaking his hands. Hopefully there's no permanent damage done. I beg your pardon, it's the James Anderson end that he's bowling from. Also known, of course, as the Pavilion end. But, yes, now very much the Anderson end. Amir is in, left arm over, and a swing and a miss from KD Yadav outside of off stump. That's, again, I think that was a disguised slower ball slanted across KD Yadav.
73 miles an hour.
And it was just superbly delivered. It was a bit of a knuckleball. And Kedar, no real footwork, just stood and swung. Mohamed Amir down on his haunches. Can't believe that didn't take an edge. But he's enjoying his work as well he might, because he's bowled with great distinction today. He's in again, left arm over, full. And Kedar Yadav is only able to push this down to mid-off and take a single. It's frustrating this for India. Brilliantly bowled from Pakistan. They're keeping the reins on this Indian pair. 3:29 for 5, just 3 balls left.
It's interesting they're not having to dry the ball at all. So it's obviously not got too bad in the outfield at this stage.
Well, that is a very encouraging sign.
Can't be bothered.
Well, it could be that as well. They just want to get on with things. Vijay Shankar's in comes Amir. This time he has opened his shoulders, swung it up over extra cover, 1 bounce for 4.
4.
Yeah.
I can't get rid of it.
Fade it down.
Sorry about that. So, 4, he said.
4! There it is.
Oh,
that's another one. We'll get there. You are listening to Maths with Messers. How to tell the difference between a 4 and a 6.
No.
And the problems of the jingle machine, I suspect.
Well, it's actually the problems with Messers, but you know,
2 balls left. 3:33 for 5.
It should have been a 6.
Mohamed Amir, the left arm over the wicket. Short one. Now he's pushed one wide, and I think that is wide. And indeed, he holds his arm up towards his captain, who's behind the stump, Sarfraz Ahmed, as if to go, sorry, Skip, I did get that one wrong. Wide.
I got one right.
You can have a gold star later.
Thank you.
And an extra Hendo pastry for your troubles. 3:34 for 5. 2 balls left. And, everything has to stop now. I think there's a little bit of movement there behind the bowler's arms, and Vijay Shankar is not going to help that. It might be the moving of Hassan Ali, who has just been pushed a little bit wider at mid-off and a little bit deeper. So that would suggest they know what Shankar's going to attempt. And actually, wouldn't you know it, he pushes it to mid-on instead. And they will just take a single, so the final ball coming. And Shankar just bashes his bat into the ground with frustration at the end of taking that single. He knows he didn't connect with that the way he wanted to. And unless something untoward happens, he's done for the day on 15. Well, at least a run a ball 15. But he wanted to do more than that off his last ball, and he's now not going to be able to. 3:35 for 5. The excellent Mohamed Amir, 3 for 46. He's bowling his last ball of his 10, what should be the last ball of this Indian innings. He's in past the distinctive form of Erasmus. Down the track comes Kedar Yadav. Spanks this away into the offside. Imam ul Haq is the man down there on the cover boundary. The throw comes in again. It's just a single. So Amir can be happy enough with his work. 3 for 47 for him. 3:36 for 5 is where India conclude their innings. And the 2 not-out batsmen were Vijay Shankar and Kedar Yadav. And 8 for Yadav, 9 for Yadav, I beg your pardon, 15 for Shankar. Pakistan will need to chase 337 to win. Crucially, that will be from 50 overs. They're not going to, at the moment, there is no change to the length of time required. There is no application of Duckworth Lewis and their friend who came later to the party, Mr. Stern. So I think that I just think with this wicket that just Messrs might be just a tad over par.
I think it is a little. It's interesting that the on-screen prediction at the beginning was 330, which has proved to be pretty spot on. I think 337 is likely to be beyond Pakistan if they have to go the full 50 overs. But who knows what impact the weather may have over the next few hours. And the other thing that struck me is I was expecting more in the last 10 or 12 overs, and I've done that a few times this World Cup. I think it may be because I've watched too much T20 over the last 2
You're
months.
really expecting this sort of a wild acceleration, and the brakes have been well applied by... Well, they were certainly well applied